Okay bunnies, for today's video I'm going to be showing you how I make my U-part wigs. Usually if I'm not wearing a lace front, it's either a U-part or a quick weave. These more natural looking styles I feel like suit me better than a lace front, and I get way more compliments when my natural hair is out. With this, I made this wig especially for my birthday. The hair that I purchased, I got it from Amazon. The lengths are 30 inches, 28 inches, and 26 inches. It's 4 bundles in total. So it's 2 30s, 1 28, and a 26. The total was like $202, something like that. And then they had like a $5 off coupon code. The hair is very much true to length. I will say that it does shed though, and it's not as silky soft when it first comes out of the packaging. But once you wash it and condition it and all that good stuff, you'll be good to go. So far, love the hair. Gotten mad compliments on the hair. Yes, so the link to the hair will be in the description bar. No, this is not a sponsored video. So let's jump into the wig making. Alright, so for this part of the video, I'm going to be showing you how I did my braid pattern. And for that part, I'm bringing in Becky with the good hair. Yes. So I have my front section here left out. It's not a lot, just a little bit. So everything around the front, and turn her this way, is out, right? Right. That way, if I wanted to pull my hair back into a ponytail, I could easily do that. And she's significantly taller than me right now, so I can barely see what I'm doing. Jesus. Alright, so I have my perimeter out, right? And we section that off either with hair ties or just by plaiting it down out of the way. Once the front is out, I go ahead and decide where I want my part to be. I like my hair to flip over on this side, so my part is on the left. And there's like a whole rule where like if you're right-handed, your part usually on the left. If that makes sense, comment down below and let me know. But my part is always on the left side. So I part where I want, how far back, how far to the side I want my hair to hit, right? And I usually go for like closer to my temple area, and that's where my part is going to be. And then I'll section off leave out that's going to cover the tracks or the wig in this instance. So I find my temple, which is closer to like the arch of my brow, and I part right there. You can't see what I'm doing, right? So arch of my brow is like right here. So I part like right there, so. And that's pretty much how my hair would fall when it's done, like that, right? Right. So once I have the part, I go ahead and section out how much hair I want left out. I like my part to be pretty deep. And even with making it, like as you saw, I didn't leave I left very, very little space for cutting out. I didn't make an actual U, it was just literally giant up because I'm big, right? And I wanted to use as much hair as possible. So I joined it all the way, and that was still enough for me to have a nice deep part. So if you need to measure your head for your wig, please go ahead and do that. I've been making my wig for like a good amount of years now, so I know how it fits on my head personally. Leave out is not a lot, but still not too little, because I don't want, let's say humidity hits, or you know how Florida is, rain start falling out of nowhere and then sun start shining. I also don't want to put too much heat on my hair, so I leave out as little hair as possible, but again still enough to cover my tracks. And then again, in the video where I'm making the wig, you notice that I try to keep the top part as flat as possible. I don't double weft the top. Well, I kind of did double weft the top, but I cut the tracks so that it's as flat as possible. I didn't fold anything around and around when I got to the top part. Cool, cool. So that's one piece of leave out there. I go straight across and then come forward. And that's the next piece of leave out there. And this, holding this so far, it feels like a lot already. So I would probably take out a little bit of this, right? And then we're going to separate this from the rest of the hair and make that into either a braid, or if you have a hair tie, go ahead and do that. All right, so that's one plait right there. And then from here we go into the cane roll. So what I do is I do a braid going down like this, because essentially you want the perimeter of your head to be braided. So one going down like that, down like this, right? And that's usually my first braid. And then we just braid go down. All right, and that's the first braid. Come down. Second braid, we do on the opposite side. So you have the leave out. This, I will come straight across, like that. And then it's going to come down as well behind the ear like we did the first one, like that. section off that part so it's out of the way. Braid, come down and around over the crown, over the forehead, come around behind the ear, come around and down, round and down. The girl don't want to keep her head straight, so if the braid them not as straight neither. Come all the way down to the nape. Well, not the nape, but like right at the corner of the nape, right? The nape side. Good. Now we are here. What I do next is do a braid straight across the back like that. So, section that off. Starting with the braid that we did initially, we're going to connect that to this braid that we just finished, right? I wish her head would stay still. And that is going to meet up with this braid. Make that into 3. Everybody is now connected. The next most important braid, because these are like your anchor braids. This is what's going to make sure that your wig doesn't slip truly from your leave-outs, right? So go back to where you have separated what you're going to leave out, right? Which is this piece right here. Now we're going to do braids going around this, right? And that's what anchors the middle part, the U part of the wig. So we do a section going around the leave-outs. So that's the leave-out there. We're braiding around it in a U shape, like so. Right? Okay. And then just to be safe, if you can, tie up the leave-out so that doesn't get braided into anything. So this is your leave-out right here that you're separating from the cane roll. And then same thing we did with the initial braids, we're just going to braid around that U. So start from either side, whatever is easier for you, and start cane rolling. Going around and around, I usually stop like right here, right? And then start plaiting, braiding the other side going this way, just so that there isn't a lump right here, because if I had continued braiding this way and come this way, there'd be kind of a lump here. And we want it to be as flat as possible, right? The only time I would say bring the plait all the way around, if it's a case like this, see how thin this is right here? If you put your wig on that, it might pull it and rip the hair. So in instances where your hair is thinner or if the braid is too small right here, just take this and come around and go around, right? But this is how I do mine, like that. Right? Right. And then I would connect it to the first braid here, which this girl is giving me a hard time, you know? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord, why you doing to other people here? Why you doing to other people here, Lord? Lord, come to my hair now. Sure. All right. So, like I said, connect the braids so that it's now one big U braid. And then after this is plait down, I'll go ahead and do cornrows all throughout the head. And I'm going to do that off camera because I cannot, my arms hurt. So I'll come back when all the cane row them done. All right, give me a few. So this is how I connect the braids. When I'm like halfway down with one, I'll just grab the end of the one that I finished already and just put it into it so it looks like that. So like I said, the most important braids are going to be your anchor braids. And those are the ones that come, let's step back. Those are the ones that are around the perimeter of your head, like that, in the back, on the other side here. And then what is going to separate the leave out in the middle, right? The rest of the braids, them can be any size, any way, any shape, any form. I connected the ends of each braid into the next braid following. So at the end of it all, I usually have either 1 or 2 braids sticking out, and then that will just easily go underneath the wig itself. All right, and then you just sew it down, and that's it. Sew it down, do your little edge control, you know, make your parts, all that good stuff, and you look like this when you're done. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you feel like I should have mentioned something that I did not mention, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace sign and kissy face. Bye.